So hello everyone, my name is Kruti and welcome to my channel Kruti's Life. You already know the intro by now. But today's video is going to be a special request video in I believe in my 100 subscribers video or a video after that. I got a request from one of my viewers saying that they wanted a video specifically talking about how to manage time and some study tips and tricks for literature subjects, which are mainly English and Hindi. Yeah, let's just get started with it. Okay, so for literature subjects like English, Hindi, if you have Sanskrit, then I don't have any experience in Sanskrit. But about English and Hindi specifically, these are literature subjects where you have basically two categories of studying and exams. It's literature part and the grammar part. So yeah, let's just get started with the things that you can do to make sure that your you know study thing study game is on point. First things first, about literature. It's very easy and very simple. You have to read your chapters thoroughly twice or thrice, especially chapters that are considered important, because you tend to get a lot of high order thinking skill questions from literature, in like long answer questions. I hope I'm trying to make sense. What I'm basically telling is that you have to read your chapters, because sometimes from the moral of these stories or the moral of the chapters, the examiners can give you like high order thinking skill questions, and those can be really tough to write out and formulate if you don't have a story. Sorry, if you don't have the story completely fit in your brain, or if you don't understand the story. So yeah, I would suggest reading the chapters at least twice or thrice, and if you don't understand any particular statement or any remark made by a certain character, then you should underline it and completely feel free to ask your teachers, because sometimes there can be hidden meanings in the remarks or in the statements by the characters. And about when it comes to writing literature in an exam, the time management part of it is really like up to you, because if you find that writing is difficult for you, then you should just spend a lot of time practicing writing skills and formulating big answers by yourselves. You can look up like questions on the internet and try to solve those extra questions in a certain limit of time, so that you can get the hang of like time management during your paper. And when it comes to presentation, I would say, like, when you are asked a particular question in the literature section, they're looking for a particular answer. So in your big answers, the examiner doesn't have the time. I'm just not talking about 10. This is absolutely applicable for all the standards. The examiners has have to check like a lot of papers. So when they are like looking at the answer, you have to make sure that they see your point completely like straightforward. So if you can, then when you're answering the question and you find that this point is the most important point of my answer, or this point is the complete answer in just like one or two statement, it's like a summary of my answer, then even if it's in the middle of the answer, no one cares. You just have to underline it to make sure that the examiner is going to read that first and get the hang of your summary, or get the hang of your answer, so it doesn't have to go through everything, but you can still get your marks, because they know that you know the answer. So that was basically it about for the literature section. Thoroughly reading the chapters, making sure you have enough writing speed and time by practicing it beforehand, and clearing your doubts about any remarks or statements made by the characters in the story, and highlighting the important point or the exact answer in your main answer. Yeah. Now let's come to the grammar part of this, you know, uh, subject. And mostly grammar part is really scoring, and a lot of people, and you can get a lot of marks just by filling in a few fill in the blanks and some MCQ type questions. You can get a lot of marks in grammar. So for grammar, I don't think there is really a technique about how to study it. You just have to take your textbook, you have to take your notebook, and you have to, understand the whole concept behind the grammar. You just really have to understand the thing or the concept that your textbook is teaching you or the teacher is teaching you, and you have to make sure that you have enough practice for that. And nowadays internet is a really great source. Just search up on the internet the questions, and you basically get hundreds and thousands of questions where you can practice enough and make sure that you really got the hang of it. Clear your doubts, because clearing your doubts is like the utmost important thing. And let me again remind you, this is not just for 10th standard. A lot of people think I'm just giving this as an opinion for 10th standard, but it's applicable for every standard. And yeah, that's it. That's it basically to grammar. I cannot think of anything else. I could not even like jot down anything, because that's it. Basically, you have to learn and you have to have lots and lots and lots of practice. And yeah, now there is a certain section in your English paper for writing skills, and again, it's the same as grammar. You have to have enough practice beforehand writing a lot of stuff. And also during writing skills, you have to make sure your format is correct, because format also takes a lot of focus and a lot of marks when it comes to scoring. Your examiner just checks the format first and then it goes to the main content. So you have to make sure your format is correct, whether it is letter writing, diary writing, I think email writing as well, or just essay writing. You have to make sure the format is correct. So yeah, and for the time management of writing, if you think you are a slow writer, or if you think you cannot finish writing part in like the amount of time that is the average, then what you can do is during your exam you can dedicate an amount of time. Like for my writing section, I'm going to give half an hour to the writing section, or whatever time you find is suitable for you. Usually it's in half an hour, in like 1.5 hour paper. So set that time aside, write whatever you can in that half an hour, and then once you are done with the half an hour and you see you have not completed it, leave enough space and move on to other parts. Complete that. When you're done with your paper, just come back to it and write it and finish it off completely, because you have like, when you're writing the essay or anything, and you still have the burden of the entire paper because you have not completed it, it adds double pressure to write it, and that kind of stops your thinking process or thought process to what to write. So yeah, make sure that you have that burden off. You just leave enough space, move ahead, and once you're cleared with everything, fresh mind again, write and complete it. I know you're going to do. And yeah, I think that is it for this video. So yeah, that is it for this video. Hopefully this video was helpful to you in a way that you can ace and make sure that you absolutely hit the home run in these subjects. And thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if anything else you do for these subjects that I have not told, because we all have something to share. So leave them in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next video. Till then,